Hi students. So today we are discussing about the concept topic is complex numbers. So here see this complex numbers for IPE Intermediate Public Examination for Telangana State and Andhra Pradesh. In Maths paper 2A you get for examination, and also for CBSE 11th class. So you have the concept complex numbers in CBSE 11 also. And also this topic you get MSET and JEE mains. MSET we get 4 questions, JEE 1 question. MSET for complex numbers and De Morgan's theorem. Combined you get 4 questions. And IP also in Telangana and AP you get 17 marks for your examination, board examinations for complex numbers and De Morgan's theorem combined. So we go for the topic here is complex numbers now. So in the previous classes you may know the number system, natural numbers and whole numbers, integers, right? So you don't know about this complex numbers, right? So very simple. Its name it implies complex, but we go into the topic. It will be very simple. Okay, students. Here, so you know already natural number. What are the natural numbers means? That start from 1 to, right? 1, 2, etc. They are natural numbers. So when we are adding 0 for this natural number, they become a whole number. You know this whole number. So generally denotes W. Okay. So when we have added negative numbers, we go for negative numbers. Such a combination we can say that integers, right? Integers. You difference Z, right? So you get we mix with fractions, suppose that is P by Q format. You know that fraction in P by Q form where P Q not equal to 0. Such a numbers we can say that rational numbers denotes with Q. And we know main irrational also. Irrational numbers, that Q dash. These two are combined, we can say that real numbers. These are all into real numbers, right, friends? So you know this the topic real numbers concept in the previous classes. Real numbers contains natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational, irrational. These are all set we can say that real numbers. But we don't know complex numbers. Where we have complex numbers from? See, sometimes when we go for the quadratic equation, when you are solving, you may across the problem like this. If you suppose x square plus 1 equal to 0, it is nothing but quadratic equation. When we solve this, you get like this. When we are sending square after it becomes plus or minus root minus. In this case, we can't define negative term in the roots. You know this, right? So here we can say that simply these roots are non-real roots. Where by using discriminant b square minus 4ac, where we get less than 0, there is negative part. So which delta less than 0. Such a case we can say that simply the roots are non-real. That's it. But we can't find the roots in the previous classes. But now in the 12th standard or 11th CBSE 11th standard, now we go to find those roots also here. Those numbers are nothing but those numbers we have which are delta less than 0, those are called as non-real roots, non-real numbers other than these real numbers. Those numbers are named as complex numbers. Our topic itself here is complex numbers. So before we know only up to real numbers. Now we have complex numbers. And behind this real number we have one more concept here is one more number system here is complex numbers. So see these complex numbers now. Complex numbers, it may comes real numbers also. In complex numbers we have real numbers also. But real numbers we can't say those are complex numbers. Okay, students? So complex number is a big set now. In that we have real numbers, in that we have integers, so all we have in that complex numbers only. Now we can say that big, now universal set is suppose complex. In that we have real numbers. Okay, friends? Now we got. So we can say that real numbers are complex, but complex number called real numbers. Okay? This should be remembered. So this is a small introduction about this complex numbers. Now we go to the complex numbers topic. So you know that how we have in the real numbers we may know the operations, the algebraic operations like addition, subtractions, multiplication, division, etc. Right? Equating, these complex number also we can do all these operations. It's all algebraic operation. That is a topic itself, complex numbers. So next we see how we add the complex numbers, how we subtract the complex numbers, how to multiply the complex numbers, and etc. etc. We go through the concept. Okay, students, this is understood. Okay, just go through this. Okay. Student, now we see the definition of complex number. What is actually complex number? Complex number is nothing but is an ordered pair of real numbers. Is an ordered pair of real numbers. So generally, so how we denote the ordered pair? Nothing but like this. Suppose example A comma B. So it is ordered pair of real numbers. See, the set of all complex numbers we denote with C. C is nothing but here is the set of all complex numbers. All complex numbers we denote with C. So that is nothing but now C is nothing but set of ordered pair where A belongs to a real number and as well as B is also belongs to a real number. This also can write relation R cross R. See. So complex numbers are simply the set of is an ordered pair of real numbers where like we can denote, right? Where A comma B nothing but real numbers. Where A is real number as well as B is also real number. This set of all ordered pairs we put in a set that is nothing but a complex numbers, right? Complex number C, which is denoted with C. C is nothing but the set of all complex numbers. So we can write A comma B such that A belongs to R, B belongs to R. So it's nothing but R cross R. Okay, friends. So always the complex numbers will be nothing but simply ordered pair like x comma y. In the coordinate system we see x comma y, right? So it's like A comma B here. Now, so we go for the representation of actual complex number, right? So we can also represent this complex number with another way. It's nothing but, for example, here, so representation of complex number. So before we see in the definition of complex numbers, so that is denotes Z with complex number. Most of the cases we denote Z, Z1, Z2 like this. So we see in the definition is Z is nothing but here is ordered pair of real numbers A and B. Then Z is nothing but A comma B. These are representation of, this is one way of representation of complex number. One more way of representation of complex number is nothing but same is A comma B. We can also represent A plus IB. This is very important, right? So complex numbers will be denotes A plus IB, where this I is nothing but iota. Where is iota? Simply I. So this I is nothing but square root of minus 1. I is nothing but here is square root of minus 1. Or most frequently we use I square is equal to minus 1. I square is equal to minus 1. So in the representation of complex number will be like this: A plus IB, where I is nothing but root minus 1, or we can also write I square is minus 1. Where I is an iota, we read as iota simply I. With simplification, we read most of the cases I. Actually, it is nothing but iota. It is not a simple alphabetic I. This is not an alphabetical I. This is iota. So this is a representation of a complex number. We have more forms of complex number representation also. We have Euler form, you have a modulus amplitude form. So later we see in the next class we see that those forms. Right now we representation of complex number either is A comma B or A plus IB. Here also this A comma B belongs to real numbers. By the definition of complex numbers, this ordered pair of this the real numbers. Here also A and B are nothing but real numbers. In this representation, where I square is equal to minus 1, keep it aside. In this representation, we observe here is A plus IB, where Z is equal to A plus IB. This A is here is called as real part of Z. Real part of Z. Where A is nothing but the real part of Z. And B is nothing but imaginary part of Z. Imaginary part of Z. So where in that also A is nothing but real part of Z, B is nothing but imaginary part of Z. So we can also represent this one short way RE of Z. RE of Z, this is nothing but real part of Z. Where imaginary part of Z we can also denote IM of Z. Means imaginary part of Z. So very important, friends. This is remember So the representation of complex number either in order pair or a plus ib. But in the form of a plus ib, where is a is nothing but real part of z, b is nothing but imaginary part of z. Where I is nothing but iota, where is imaginary, that indicates the imaginary, where I square is equal to minus 1. See, from this one, we may have two more definitions. See, purely real. Purely real. So this is also very important. When we can say that purely real, that given the complex number is, when we can say that purely real means its imaginary part of will be 0. Whenever the imaginary part of z is 0, then such a complex number we can say that purely real. So remember, it's the opposite way. Whenever we want purely real means its imaginary part will be 0. So similarly, like this, we have purely imaginary. So when we can say that the complex number is purely imaginary means this real part of z equal to 0, suppose. Where real part of z equal to 0, such a case, such a complex number we can say that purely imaginary. If purely real means if it is imaginary part will be 0, such a case we can say that purely real. See, for example, in this a plus ib, suppose a equal to 0, then complex number becomes z equal to ib. Such a case, this is nothing but purely imaginary. This complex number we can say that purely imaginary because real part will be 0. If suppose example, suppose b is equal to 0, z become now a plus I into 0, that is nothing but a. Okay, in this case we see if b equal to 0, z become a. There is no I in this. This is purely real number. So when imaginary part is 0, we get purely real. When real part will be 0, we get purely imaginary. Friends, this point is very important. Should be remembered. Okay, friends. Not else. So next, properties of algebraic operations. How we add and subtract for real numbers. Similarly, we have to add complex numbers. You follow this steps here. Is properties of algebraic operations. Let suppose z is equal to complex number x plus I1, suppose. Z is equal to, so we represent the complex number like this, or we can also write this one x comma y. And z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1, suppose. You can also represent this x1 comma y1. Okay. So similarly take z2 now, x2 plus iy2, or we can also write this one x2 comma y2. So let us consider that these are the complex numbers z, z1, z2. Now, so the first we go for addition of two. How we add these two complex numbers? Suppose z1 plus z2. I am adding two complex numbers z1 and z2. So z1 is x1 plus iy1 plus z2 is x2 plus iy2. So remember, when we are adding, whenever you are adding two complex numbers means we have to add those real part will be real part and imaginary part separately. So real part of this is x1, this is x2. So we can add x1 plus x2 for real part plus imaginary part means iy1 plus iy2, and that I will be common, y1 plus y2. So this is about addition of two complex numbers. So whenever you have to add the complex numbers, the real part must be added and the imaginary parts will be added. So real part we can't add with imaginary part. Okay, real part and real part, imaginary part and imaginary part will be added. Similarly, and difference of two complex numbers also. The z1 minus z2. It's like also same. x1 plus iy1 minus x2 plus iy2. Here also we have to subtract real part from real part. That is x1 minus x2 and imaginary part. So I take minus common. No, you are taking minus y1 minus y2. So we have to subtract from real part and imaginary part from imaginary part. Okay. So next additive inverse of a complex number, a negative of a complex number. You can say negative of a complex number. Negative of a complex number. Or we can also say additive inverse. Additive inverse of z, suppose. So take z as x plus iy. Its negative is nothing but negative of a complex. Minus z is nothing but minus of x plus iy. You can take inside minus x minus iy. This is called as negative of a complex number. Or which is also part of the additive inverse of a complex number, because when I am adding z with minus z, so definitely I get 0. So whenever two complex numbers are adding, you get 0. Those numbers are each other are nothing but additive inverse to each other. Okay. So negative of a complex number, additive inverse of a complex number is nothing but simply whenever you have the complex number, just multiply with minus, you get additive inverse as well as negative of a complex numbers. And next we go for equality of two complex numbers. How we equate to two complex numbers? Suppose if z1 equal to z2, if I say z1 equal to z2, these two complex numbers are equal in the sense it implies, so already we have z1 is nothing but x1 plus iy1, z2 is nothing but x2 plus iy1. x1 plus iy1 is equal to x2 plus iy1. So when these two complex numbers are equal in the sense, the real part must be equal. x1 is equal to x2, this real part, as well as the imaginary part must be equal. Then only we can say that two complex numbers are equal. This is very important. We can't compare the complex numbers like this less than or greater than. We can't do the complex numbers. Only we can equate the two complex numbers. We can like this. x1 plus iy1 is equal to x2 plus iy2. When these two are equal in the sense, its real part and imaginary part must be same. In such a case, we can say that the two complex numbers are equal. So this is about addition, subtraction, there is difference of a complex number, negative of a complex number. This is equality of a complex numbers. Next we go for, okay, so note down this. Next I go for how to multiply two complex numbers. Okay, so that is similarly in this case z1 plus z2 we can also use this way also. Suppose this is nothing but x1 comma y1 plus x2 comma y2. We can add also in like ordered pair also. Here you get x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2. Similarly we can do all this. Ordered pair form also we can add the complex number, we can have difference of complex number, we have negative of a complex number. Most easy way is always x plus iy form is most simplest way to add and subtract. Okay students, now we go for multiplication of a complex number. How to do the multiplication of two complex numbers? So you may have formula or you can use the process also here. So this is also very simple. We go for fifth one is multiplication of two complex numbers. Suppose z1 into z2. I want to multiply z1 into z. What is z1 actually? x1 plus iy1 into x2 plus iy2. Okay friends, just multiply. So normal how we multiply the real numbers, similar like x1 should be multiplied with x2 plus iy2 plus iy1 with x2 plus iy2. So when I multiply this x1 into x2, x1 x2 plus x1 into iy2, x1 y2i plus y1 into x2, x2 y1i plus I into I square, y1 into y2. You get like this. Go for the simplification for this. x1 x2 plus, here in this 2 I can take I common, you get x1 y2 plus x2 y1. I square is, you know that definition of I square is nothing but always square of iota is always minus 1. So when I use minus here it's minus y1 y2. So when I take x1 x2 without I terms, so minus y1 y2 plus I into x1 y2 plus x2 y1. So this is the multiplication of two complex numbers. You can use as a formula x1 x2 minus y1 y2 plus I into x1 y2 plus x2 y1. Okay friends, as a formula directly you can go for the process. So most of the cases process is very simple than remember this formula. Students, multiplication of two complex numbers, we see how we get multiplication, how we multiply two complex numbers. That will be correct formula also, z1 is z2. If you want to remember this formula as x1, z1 into z2 is nothing but when I write x1 y1 x2 y2 in that, so x1 x2 minus y1 y2 plus I into x1 y2 minus, so plus x2 y1. This is a formula for multiplication of any two complex numbers. You have to remember the formula. Similarly, now we go for that formula given division of two complex numbers. How we divide two complex numbers? So later I explain how we get division. So that I am giving formula here is z1 plus z2 is nothing but again here is x1 x2 plus y1 y2. Just remember here is minus, you get plus, here is I into here x2 y1, this comes to first, minus x1 y2. Okay, x2 y1 minus x1 y2. This is about division of two complex number. So before how we get division of complex number, one more concept we have. So let us explain that. So next one, last one is multiplicative inverse of a complex number. Multiplicative inverse of a complex number. So before we see addition now, additive inverse, now we see multiplicative inverse of a complex number here. This is also very simple. It denotes with 1 by z, or z power minus 1. This is called a multiplicative inverse of a complex number. So it's like whenever you multiply any two complex numbers, if you get 1, such a complex numbers are nothing but multiplicative inverse to each other. It's like 1 by z or z inverse. It's nothing but we have a formula for this term. Suppose I can take z, if it is x plus I by or x comma y. If it is x plus I by format, you get like this: x by x square plus y square, comma minus y by x square plus y square. You get opposite sign here. If it is y, you get minus 1. If it is x comma y, okay. If it is in the form of x plus I y, you can write this: x by x square plus y square minus plus of minus y by x square plus y square of I. This is real part, this is imaginary part. If it is plus, for the imaginary part you get minus. If it is x comma y, you can write x by x square plus y square comma minus y by x square plus y square. This is multiplicative inverse of a complex. These are the formula. If you want 1 by z1, suppose this is z. See students, 1 by z1. See what you get: x1 by x1 square plus y1 square, comma minus y1 by x1 square plus y1 square. This is 1 by z1. Similarly, you know that 1 by z2, you may expect x2 by x1 square plus y1 square, comma y2 square, sorry, x2 comma x2 by x2 square plus y2 square, comma minus y2 by x2 square plus y2 square. You get. Okay, friends, just note down. This is about algebraic properties, algebraic operations, okay, of the complex numbers. Okay, friends. So next we go for the conjugate of the complex numbers. So now we see problems about those concept algebraic operations, right? See, if z1 is given 2 comma minus 1, z2 is given 6 comma 3, then how we add these two complex numbers? How we subtract these two complex numbers? See, so z1 is given in terms of ordered pairs, right? So we have to add these two complex numbers, 2 comma minus 1 plus 6 comma 3. So before we see the algebraic operations, in that I said that, so we have to, whenever you want to add two complex numbers, means you have to add real part and imaginary part and imaginary. Here the real part will be 2, imaginary part will be minus 1, first z1, for z2, real part will be 6, imaginary part will be 3. So you want to add these two, real part plus real part means 2 plus 6, comma, imaginary part minus 1 plus 3. Okay, you get 8 comma 2. So this is addition of two complex numbers, the first one. And similarly, go for the difference of two complex numbers, subtraction of two complex numbers, z1 minus z2. So again you have to write 2 comma minus 1 minus 6 comma 3. If you want to subtract, again same concept. Real part will be subtracted from real part, imaginary part will be imaginary part. 2 minus 6 comma minus 1 minus 3. How much will 2 minus 6 is? Minus 4, comma minus 1 minus 3 minus 4. So this is difference of two complex numbers. You can add like this, or also you can take z1 is, suppose the representation will be 2 comma minus 1, you can write 2 plus of minus 1 I. You can write 2 minus I. Simply I can write 2 minus I. z2 I can represent 6 plus 3I. If you want to add this z1 plus z2, here 2 minus I plus 6 plus 3I. 2 plus 6, 8. Only we can add real parts only, right? 2, 6 can be added. Minus I plus 3I means plus 2I. Okay, 8 comma 2, 8 plus 2I. Both are same. So similarly you can add the difference of also the two complex numbers in this way. Okay, students, note down these two problems. Next we go for the multiplication. So see, if the given z1 is equal to, suppose 6 comma 3 and z2 is equal to 2 comma 5, then we need to multiply this z1 into z2 now. We go for the multiplication of two complex numbers. Here is, yes friends. So z1, I go for taking the same way, same representation I am taking. z1 is given how much? 6 comma 3. z2 is given 2 comma 5. We need to multiply z1 into z2. Before I see the formula, I can use the formula. What is the formula? Z1, Z2. What is x1 plus iy1, x2 plus iy2? What is the formula? x1, x2 minus y1, y2 plus I of x1, y2 plus x2, y1. This formula we used. When I substitute here is, this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. Okay? Substitute, what is x1 here is 6. x2 here is 2. Minus y1 here is 3. y2 is 5. Plus I into x1 is how much? 6. y2 is 5. Plus x2 is how much? 2. y1 is how much? 3. Okay, simplified. 12 minus 15 plus I 30 plus 2 3 is 6. You make it minus 3 plus 36 I. You get this is a multiplication. But here, instead of remembering the formula, we go for the easy way. Okay, friends, this will be understood, right? I go for easy way. Instead of using this formula, the procedure is very simple here. Instead of using a formula, see z1 I go for the differentiation in form of I can write 6 plus 3i into z2 I can write 2 plus 5. Now go for the multiplication. 6 2s are 12, 6 5s are 30i. 3 into 2 6i. Plus into plus plus 3 5 is 15 I into I square. We know that 30 plus 6 we can I terms we can add it. Both are imaginary, right? That is 36i. We know that I square is value is how much? Minus 1. Since from this I can use here is minus 15 it become 12 minus 15. Both are real parts. 12 minus 15 is how much? Minus 3 plus 36i. This can also write minus 3 comma 36. Both are the answers. Okay, this is very simple. Instead of remembering the formula. This is about multiplication of two complex numbers. What else, friend? So next, write the additive inverse of a following complex numbers. Additive inverse of a complex number. So we see in the previous what is meant by additive inverse is nothing but negative of a complex number. Is nothing but additive inverse of a complex number. Let us say first one. Suppose let us consider z. Root 3 comma 5. We want to find negative additive inverse of a complex number is nothing but we can represent minus z. For z, the additive inverse is nothing but minus z. We can also say negative of a complex. So just simply minus, put the minus like this. Take minus inside. Minus root 3 minus 1. This is nothing but additive inverse of a complex numbers. Similarly, for the second question, you want to find the additive inverse of this complex number. Let us again say complete will be minus z first. So before taking minus z, first we go for the simplified z. Then we go for finding additive inverse of a complex number. So here we have two complex numbers. In between we have the symbol is plus. So addition. Just first we have to add these two complex numbers. Minus 6 plus 10. Because we know that the definition of addition of complex numbers, you have to add real and imaginary and imaginary. Minus 6 plus 10, you get 4. 5 minus 4, you get 1. This is z. Now we want to find additive inverse for this. You get minus 4 minus 1. This is the additive inverse of a complex number. Similarly, the students, so you may do this problem. 2 comma 1 come into minus 4 comma 6. Find the additive inverse of this problem. You can do this. Okay. So next, students, now we go for multiplicative inverse of the following complex numbers. Before we see additive inverse, now we go for finding multiplicative. This is very important question. Finding multiplicative inverse. See, again, let given question is z suppose. So we need to find multiplicative inverse for z. That means we need to find 1 by z. Or we can also say z inverse. That will be question mark is. Okay. So we have a formula for this. 1 by z. If z is suppose if z is equal to x plus iy implies 1 by z or z inverse is equal to the formula, or if it is x plus iy, otherwise we can take x comma y suppose. X comma y in this way. So it's nothing but x by x square plus y square comma minus y by x square plus y square. So if it is y plus here is you have to take minus and by x square plus y square. Now this is the actual formula I use here. Okay, students, remember this formula for multiplicative. Later we can go for concept also. How we get multiplicative inverse is very simple. Okay. Now substitute here. So 1 by z become now x. X means here is 3 by x square plus y square means 3 square plus 4 square comma 4 become now minus 4 by 3 square plus 4 square. If you want to simplify this, 3 square is 9, 9 plus 16, comma, minus 4 by 9 plus 16. Is that equal? 3 by 25, comma, minus 4 by 25. This is multiplicative inverse of a complex number. Similarly, if we go for 7 comma 24, students say answer for this 7 by 7 square plus 24 square, comma, minus 24 by 7 square plus 24 square. 7 by 7 square is 49 plus 24 square is 576. 49 plus 576 become 625. So now answer will be 7 by 625 comma minus 24 by again 625 only. Okay students? And similarly you find the value of this multiplicative inverse for this. Okay students? Note down. These are all very important students. Friends, next fifth question. If suppose z is considered as cos theta comma sin theta, okay, then find z minus 1 by z. This is also very important question. For board level also this is very important question. Okay students, the given z you need to find this. So in that z means given complex number, 1 by z means, so before only we see 1 by z is nothing but multiplicative inverse of a complex number. First find 1 by z for this. So 1 by z is nothing but multiplicative inverse of a complex number. Again you have the formula. Let us take if z is equal to x plus iy or x comma y. If you go for the format z equal to x comma y. Okay students, if z equal to x comma y, we know that what is 1 by z? What is the formula for this? X by x square plus y square comma, yes, minus y by x square plus y square. I use this formula here. So what you get here is, in the place of x we have here is cos theta, in the place of y we have here is sin theta, right? Now substitute cos theta by cos square theta plus sin square theta, comma, sin theta by, again the denominator will be the same, cos square theta plus sin square theta. So you know, see trigonometry, cos square theta plus sin square theta, sin square theta plus cos square theta is nothing but 1. So you get here is cos theta, so here you get minus cos theta by 1, that is cos theta, minus sin theta by 1 is minus sin theta. This is 1 by z. Now we go for what we have to do, z minus 1 by z. What is z here is cos theta comma sin theta minus cos theta comma minus z. Now we know the difference of two complex number, real part minus real part, imaginary part minus imaginary. Cos theta minus cos theta, cos theta minus cos theta, comma sin theta minus minus sin theta. Cos theta minus cos theta you get 0. Sin theta minus of minus plus sin theta by sin theta 2 sin theta. Answer here 0 comma 2 sin theta. We can also write this is 2i sin theta or 2 sin theta I. We can also write this one 2 sin theta I. Okay, this is very important question, student. Note down.